There's this phrase that I keep hearing: I match energy. And I understand what people mean when they say it. I mean, I do. There's something that feels fair about it, balanced, like, yeah, you give me what you give me, and I'll meet you there. But I've been sitting with that idea for a while now, and I want to offer something different. Because here's what I've noticed: when we make it a habit to match energy, we're essentially handing the remote control to whoever just walked in the room. We're saying to them, pretty much, you set the tone and I'll follow. That might feel like reciprocity, but what's actually going on with that is that you're outsourcing your inner stability. You're outsourcing your state of being, your regulation, your peace to someone else's mood, to someone else's moment, someone else's unresolved something that honestly has nothing to do with you. And when you do that long enough, you stop knowing what your own frequency even feels like. Now, I want to be clear about something, because this isn't about being or becoming cold. It's it's not about building walls or deciding people can't affect you. That's not presence. That's not standing in your own. That's just protection dressed up as a strength. And there's a difference between being open and being unanchored. Because you can be open and fully present and warm and receptive, and you can feel what's happening in a room, feel what someone else is carrying, and even be genuinely moved by it, and still know where you are. Still come back to yourself. That's not rigidity. That's actually the deepest form of presence there is. Because you're not just a mirror of whatever's coming at you. You're actually there, rooted, grounded in something that belongs to you. Because the goal isn't walls, the goal is roots. And here's where it gets really interesting to me. When you stop constantly leaving yourself to match whatever's around you, something starts to shift. And you begin to notice that you're just not responding to a frequency anymore. You're creating one. And that frequency, the one that you build when you stay in your own energy, it starts to become something, a standard, a kind of quiet signal that goes out into everything in your life about what you're available for, what feels right in your space, what you're willing to carry in, and what you're not. It shapes what you allow, and it shapes what tends to stay around you. It shapes how your life begins to look and feel over time. And it's not because you forced anything and not because you controlled anything, but because you stopped abandoning your own signal every time someone else's came through louder. And there's real power in that. And it's not a loud power, it's not a rigid power. It's a quiet, steady power of a person who knows where they are, who can be in a hard conversation and not lose themselves in it, who can be around someone who's dysregulated and not become dysregulated too, who can feel the pull of someone else's energy and gently and firmly stay. That's not matching energy. That's keeping yours. And I think it's worth practicing because the life that you want, the way you want things to feel, the kind of people and experiences you want to move through your space, it doesn't just happen by chance. It grows from the frequency that you're willing to hold, even when it's hard to hold it, especially then. Stay with yourself there. Continue traveling. If this feeling is where you are right now, the next step isn't fixing your life. It's understanding where you are. And that's where we begin.